Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The text came in at 11:47 p.m. If you ever feel trapped, you know you could always start over. Some people do. I stared at my phone, the blue light burning my eyes in the dark. She was asleep beside me, breathing slow, one arm thrown across the empty space between us like a habit she hadn't questioned yet. I remember thinking the message was strange, but not alarming. Not enough to wake her. Not enough to ask questions. I didn't know then that this was the beginning of the end. A week later, we were in the kitchen, standing over the sink, splitting a late-night snack like we used to when things were easy. She laughed at something on her phone and said, casually, almost playfully, "Sometimes I think you'd be better off without me." I chuckled. "What's that supposed to mean?" She shrugged, smiling. "Relax. I'm joking. You take everything so seriously." But something in her eyes didn't match the smile. It lingered. Measured. Like she was testing the weight of the words. That night I couldn't sleep. Over the next few weeks the jokes kept coming. "If you ever left me, I wouldn't blame you. Some couples just outgrow each other. Don't you ever wonder what life would have been like with someone else?" Each time she laughed. Each time she said, "I'm kidding." And each time something tightened in my chest. I started noticing the small things. Missed calls she returned hours later. Her phone angled away from me on the couch. Passwords changed, for security. A new habit of showering immediately after getting home. Like she was washing something off. I told myself I was paranoid. Marriage does that to you. It teaches you to doubt your doubts. Then I found the messages. Not by snooping. Not intentionally. Her phone buzzed while she was in the shower, and I glanced down out of reflex. The preview was short, innocent looking. I didn't mean it like that. He just doesn't get it. I shouldn't have unlocked it. I know that. But my hands were already shaking by the time I saw the thread. Months old. Long conversations. Inside jokes. Emotional confessions that used to belong to us. And then the line that broke me. I told him it was a joke. Maybe now he'll finally let go. The sound of the shower stopped. I locked the phone and set it down exactly where it had been. When she came out, towel around her hair, she looked lighter. Relieved. Like someone who had already decided the ending. That night I didn't confront her. I lay awake, replaying our life in reverse. Every memory now felt contaminated. Holidays, arguments, even the quiet mornings that I thought meant comfort. The next evening I asked her directly, "Were you serious?" I said. "About wanting out." She sighed like I'd inconvenienced her. "I told you it was a joke." I didn't raise my voice. "Then why are you preparing me for losing you?" She didn't answer right away. When she did, her voice was softer. Almost kind. "I just didn't want it to hurt when it happened." That was the moment something inside me went still. She explained. Carefully. She hadn't done anything, she said. Not physically. She just needed space. Perspective. Options. The jokes were her way of easing me into the idea. Making it less shocking. "I thought you'd understand," she whispered. "You're so strong." I nodded. I even smiled. That night, after she fell asleep, I packed a single bag. I didn't leave because she cheated. I left because she was already gone. And she wanted me to be the one to let go so she wouldn't have to feel like the villain. At dawn, I stood in the doorway and looked at her one last time. I thought about waking her. About begging. About reminding her of who we used to be. Instead, I left a note. "You weren't joking. And I'm done pretending it didn't matter." I blocked her number before I reached the end of the street. Sometimes people ask if I regret not fighting harder. I don't. Love shouldn't feel like a slow exit strategy. And jokes, real jokes, don't rehearse someone else's goodbye. She meant it as a joke. I took it seriously. And I walked away with what she had already thrown away. My self-respect, my silence, and the life I was finally ready to rebuild.